Hi guys, hello, good morning. It's quite early here. I just got up. I'm just gonna put my my little stones on here. I don't know why. They actually make me feel better. It's lapis lazuli and various other things. Anyway, well, it's pretty obvious to me, and it is to various other people that I speak with, Palo Santos, that what we are in, if that's even the right word, that this is a war. It's war. So it's just full on, outright war. And if we are warriors of the light, then we need to fight the good fight. We need to fight the good fight here. We need to understand, it's the Art of War by Lao Tzu, and it's all about knowing your enemy. And a lot of us have been studying the enemy. We've been studying the enemy for fucking years, for decades, some of us. We know the tactics of the enemy. We know that the enemy uses divide and conquer. The enemy hates us all. It hates all of humanity. It hates all of nature. It hates animals. It hates everything that is good and true and pure and creative and beautiful. I can see that clearly every day. I can see how there are people fighting to protect nature everywhere, and I see it going to court, and I see these minions of darkness always finding in favor of the destroyers, right? We each have our battle. And this is very much to do with the kind of life that we have had. It depends on the color of our skin. It depends on whether we're male or female. It depends on, even often enough, our religious background. We're not religious, no, but still, we may come from a Muslim background. We may come from a born-again Christian background, whatever. You know, we've lived a life, and it's traumatized the fuck out of us. There's no doubt about that. And it uses that against us. I keep talking about going within, because I know that it is the only way. People that continually focus only on the external are never going to get anywhere, you know? You are being played like a fucking piano. You're being played like a piano and you don't even know it. I've said this, I did a video about this, God knows, ages ago, where I said that I liken the world to all these, you get like a map. Say you take a map and you look at the landmass, which, by the way, there's a lot more land, but they've kept us literally to a finite landmass because it's a prison and it's a concentration camp. And you can say, right, over there is China, and that's a laboratory, and this is what they do to the people there. That's what they're doing to them. They you know, and it's horrific what's happening in China. Or you can go to Saudi Arabia, another place where it's a massive overt psyop, and they're doing that there. Or you can go to Holland, and they're doing that there. Now, I'm from Holland, and I haven't lived in Holland for a very long time, but from what I remember, the Dutch used to be very blunt and very outspoken, and they used to call a spade a spade. I think it's a very different thing now. Everybody is all of a sudden compliant and doing as they're told and whatnot. EU, you see, but of course it's all energetic. It's all energetic. It's energetic weaponry, invisible weapons, mind control, subjugation, hijack. Consciousness is the Holy Grail. It's the Holy Grail. I get tired of people just fucking falling by the wayside, falling for this shit. Of carrying on, allowing their consciousness to be used by the darkness, by the dark forces. You know, it's... the amount of comments I get of people just almost like... It's a choice, people. It's a choice. You know, you can stay with what I call the passive-aggressive element, which is the part of you that... and this is a program. This is how you've been targeted. We all are targeted this way, right? In different ways, depending on which laboratory you were born in. Because each laboratory is slightly different. And you're targeted and manipulated in a slightly different way. Laboratory Z is taught to hate the people from laboratory CD2, because they have a culture or a color that we are taught in laboratory whatever is bad, and they are dirty and they are bad and they come in to get what's yours, whatever, right? They've played us against each other for so long. And when it comes to people doing horrendous things to each other, you know, Heilig's will always do that. We know we live in a narcissist world. It's made up of shitload of people who have absolutely no morality, who have no compassion, who have no empathy. Psychopaths, robots, empty shells. Come here. No, Lunch, you've had breakfast. Come here. Come on. Right? They don't care. We're surrounded by these types every day. We're also surrounded by people who do have a soul, but their soul quality is different. I don't exactly know what it is, but it feels like I'm dealing with a small child or something. They're very... I liken it to a candle flame. You know, you get a big roaring fire, soul traveler consciousness, and then you get these people that are like a tiny flame guttering in the wind. I know they're soul, but you know, they're not really with it, or they're a little bit with it, and I leave them to it to walk their path, whatever that is, because you know, I'm really only interested in people who have true raw consciousness and who are every day choosing to walk their true path, such as it is. And to that end, we have to choose. We have to choose. Every day is a choice, yet again, whilst we are experiencing this onslaught and this manipulation and this gaslighting, telling us to hate each other, telling us to hate ourselves, because when you hate other people, I can guarantee you now that it comes from self-hate, deep down. Now, more than ever, do we need to examine our inner landscape. It is more important than ever before to do that, to question everything we think and feel and experience. What is really going on within you? Who is pulling your strings and why and to what ends, and what is it doing for you? Alright? I mean, it's like my childhood was absolutely beyond words horrific, and it took me years to work through that and transmute that, to come to a place of understanding, and even a place where I realized that there were gifts there because of what I experienced as a child, it has become the impetus for me to understand this realm and this experience, to understand evil, right? But it took me a long time, and it was very, very hard, because I felt so much hatred and so much rage and so much vengeance. And within that, within all of that whole sort of dark, horrific experience that was my childhood, was the passive-aggressive element, which I call it that because I can't really think of another, but the densest and darkest part of our shadow. It literally believes that evil always wins, that it is with its back against the wall forever and ever and ever, just being used by evil, that it was created by evil, and that there's no way out, ever. It's powerless, it's worthless, it hates itself, all of this. And that is the soul fragment, or the soul element, that is very much coming up now everywhere in people. I see it everywhere because I see how much hatred people have. And I'm not saying that is bad or that is wrong. I'm saying that that hatred is there because we have been so severely traumatized, because we have been divided and conquered, because we have been taught to hate ourselves. We have been taught to hate others. How many people have effortless, flowing relationships with each other, with friends, with family, with co-workers, with whatever, whoever, wherever? Not many at all. We experience in our relationships, even with Facebook friends, we experience this sense of stress and duress all the time. It's trauma. It's like, oh, I feel like I have to fulfill other people's expectations of me. If I don't, they're gonna not want to know me, they're going to unfriend me, they're going to walk away, they, you know, whatever. You get that with family as well. There's expectations. Oh, you're expected to behave this way, you're expected to be here for that, you're expected to come and do and all the time. This is what relationships are like in the inversion model, and that is what this world is, people. It's an inversion model. It is the world of the bottomless pit. We are forever experiencing a lack of, an emptiness. A bottomless pit lies within us, and it lies within this entire experience, and in this world there's a bottomless pit. I am in continual need, right? It's like that. We continually need to eat. We need to chuck food down the hatch, 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 down the hatch. It's like a conveyor belt world where we do the same shit over and over and over again every fucking day, and yet it just needs doing again. You know, I dusted the house 2 days ago, and all of a sudden there's shitloads of dust. I have to do it all over again. I hoovered, I have to do it all over again. I washed my clothes, I have to do it all over again. I ate, I have to do it all over again. I have to go back to sleep again. I need to take my vitamins. I need my medication because I'm forever ever sick. Right? Growing old, decay, putrefaction, death. You know, and then you die, and then supposedly you go to the nice place where some hierarchy, external power tells you, well, I'm going to give you a live review now, and look how bad you've been, and I'm going to have to send you back because you need to learn your lesson, and oh, karma. Life, death, rebirth, coming back here again, being recycled again, conveyor belt experience, and it's all to do with the lack. I am in need. I am a feeble, needy being, and I need something on the external plane to fill that void within me. That is what this world is. That is parasitism, you see. It's all about, I don't have what I need, so I need to take it from something or someone else. No blooms. There's not time yet for your breakfast. Come here, because otherwise you're just going to keep meowing. Look, there's some ham there for you. Why don't you have that? Go on. See? Food. That is how this world operates. It operates on the dark void, the bottomless pit, because everybody has that bottomless pit, and everybody forever needs to feed one way or another in all these different types of ways. We all feed off each other. Yes, People use each other. Slavery happens and still happens, regardless of whatever the lying main whore media tells you that, oh, slavery no longer exists. It very much does. Human beings are being, children are being trafficked. You know, animals are enslaved. Nature itself, the soil is a slave. Everything is fed off of in this world. We all feed off each other at all times. You know, we're always in need. I need. And the system provides or withholds arbitrarily, right? That is how it has all that power, you see, because we are continually in need. I need food. Oh, let me give it to you. I need, oh, but first, you need to give me that thing called money. You see, it's all this whole thing, this whole experience. Parasitism only exists because of the bottomless pit within us, people. All right? And it's not the truth of soul travelers. It's not who or what we are at all. Imagine being whole. Imagine being all and being whole. Not being in need of anything, because you are everything, you have everything, you create everything effortlessly, you are forever in the flow, all is whole, all is one, all is cool. And yeah, that's it. It's impossible to put that into words. It's in fact almost impossible to get your head around that, because we have known this limitation model, i.e. the inversion model, the I am in need, I need this need to be filled, who has what I need, and so forth, and everybody else thinks that way, and so forth and so on. It's a bottomless pit. It's an inversion. So it's very difficult to get your head around that. It's all darkness and torturous trauma, it's hate, it's rage, it's feeling powerless and that you're back against the wall and nothing is ever going to be alright ever again. Evil always wins. And there is a perverse thing going on there. There is a battle of wills going on deep within us. And it behoves us to be aware of that battle of wills, people. You have to choose. It is your time to choose. This is the crossroads. This is it now. The battle of wills is this. You stay with the belief that you're a powerless victim. And you're forever with your back against the wall, and evil always gets away with it. And evil owns you then, basically. You're its creature then, basically, because you're powerless, you're with your back against the wall, evil always wins, you know, come on. Right? And you take your book out and you look at all the wrongs that were done to you. But it's interesting that whilst you're doing that, you never think about the wrongs that you did, that you also fit into this parasite's chain, because you do. You know, it was done to us and we did it to others, because that is the chain of parasitism that encircles this inversion model of a realm. Because that needs, that fake persona as well. Oh yeah, I need gratification, I need bolstering, I need to be made better, I'm good, and look at me, and it's all fake and it's all bullshit, you know, and often enough we use other people as stepping stones, you know. Let's all be really brutally honest with ourselves. Come on, people. The battle of wills within is to feel this burning hatred and rage that is engendered within us because of the way we've been used and abused and traumatized, no doubt about it. To feel it and to transmute it. You know, there's two ways of you can feel it and believe it all to be true and really run with it and embody that hatred and that destruction And that is exactly what the dark generator wants. That is what it wants. It wants this world to burn. It wants to destroy everything. It wants to turn this world into, I don't know, Terminator Judgment Day. Are you going to help it do that? Oh. Or are we going to, be with it? This is what I do. And believe me, it's been absolute hell. And I know of a few other soul travelers for whom it's been absolute hell. Mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically, there are no fucking words for this whatsoever. I can't even send an email because, I'm that exhausted now. I literally am just so exhausted, yeah. It's like you go past that point of no return, you really do. You go past the point of no return and it's like, right, I've lost the will to live. There's nothing left in this realm that does a fucking thing for me. At all. Nothing. All that remains is to stay true to my true self. My true self is here and it's guiding me and it says, yeah, this is it now. Let it die. Let it all die. I'm now able to feel that passive-aggressive element. I'm now able to feel all these psychotic terror and hate and perverse self-sabotagey or wanting to destroy the other. It wants you to hate other people. It wants you to really to just hate them, hate and rage and vengeance and all of this. And it's so toxic. It's so toxic. It will not fix anything. It won't set right that which was done wrong. You're not even looking at the right enemy, because the people that you really think are the enemy often enough are not. But to feel it and to keep letting it pass somehow, to keep feeling it and understand that, don't sit in judgment of it. Oh, I'm a bad person for feeling this way. No, you have every right to feel what you are feeling, considering the horrendous torturous nightmares that have played out here. Yeah, of course. Feel it, acknowledge it, and love yourself and say, you know what, I see and understand and feel what you're feeling and I'm bringing you home. That's it. Alchemy, transmutation. But don't go in and let it run your show. I know it's really hard. I do know. But this is it now. That's where we're at, people. The choice, you see. We cannot let this putrid, evil, dark shit win. Let it use us as pawns against each other. That conflict consciousness, that hatred. The black river of hate and rage and vengefulness and self-hate. And it is self-hate, When you take it and follow it down to the root, it always comes down to self-hate and self-sabotage and self-manipulation and self-gaslighting too. But if you don't want to own that, you're going to project that external. You're going to say, oh, it's them and it's there and they're doing it to me. It's like all these people, the conspiracy theorists, who are forever and ever and ever going on about how bad it all is and how bad it's going to be and there's never any light and it's never going to be all right. That's the passive-aggressive element again. It's perverse. Oh, it's all going to be really shit, they're going to vaccinate us all, and ooh, and it's all going to be ooh, and it's like, well, if that's the truth, and if you really believe that, shut the fuck up. What's the point? What's the point? For who or what are you serving? By putting out that continual message of ultimate doom and destruction. What is the point? It's time to recognize what's really going on there, people. That is what pins us to the wheel. It totally sucks the life out of you and it makes you into a battery. The Matrix, it's using your lights and your power to fuel itself, to further its own agenda. That's it. I know, Looms. this entire realm is all about lack. I have not. I need something. And no matter what we chuck in, no matter what the system chucks in, no matter what goes down that black hole, it never gets filled up. Ever. It's a ravenous black maw, and it never gets filled up, people. That is what this place is. Hence the snake eats its own tail. You see? It devours itself. And it's all based on hatred and vengeance and division and conflict and strife and putrid. And love is the only energy that can sort this out. The reset is about turning it back the way it's meant to be, so that we do not have this inversion, but we have, you see, it comes back up again. Where we are all, it's I am all and I am whole. Infinite unconditional love and creativity of such incredible magical magnitude as to be beyond imagination right now. Yeah. So don't let it lie and tell you that this is all there is. Don't let it lie and tell you that they did it to you and you're the victim, or that you did it to them and you're a very bad person and can never be forgiven, because there is the whole sin program going on as well, by the way, which weighs heavily upon us and has a massive influence, that we're inherently sinful. God created us all, and I mean, the way I see it is that God's a fucking idiot, because he got it all wrong, because we're all inherently sinful. No matter what we do, no matter what we fucking do, we're never forgiven and we're never redeemed, are we? See? Again, bottomless pit. It's all bullshit, people, and it's all lies, and it's all designed to keep us going around in that dark, evil catch-22, over there, that's it. You know, and it never gets anywhere. It never gets us anywhere at all. And it resists, doesn't it? That perverse element, the passive-aggressive element. It's like, oh, I'm not going into the light, because it is addicted. It's addicted to hate. It's addicted to pain. It's addicted to suffering. It's crazy, but that's what trauma does. If you really, really sit for a minute and think about it, right? You're with your back against the wall, and the forces of evil always win. That's what it believes. Evil always wins, and there's nothing I can do. I have no recourse. There's no justice. Evil will never be defeated. I will never be saved. Nobody will ever come and rescue me or save me. Imagine what that does to your psyche. So that part of your shadow is what is coming up here for you to transmute and love back into wholeness. That is really what this is, people. That is what is manifesting. Hence the onslaught of darkness now. All of it. As within, so without. You see. And it's the catch-22. And it takes commitment. And it takes persistence. And it takes you choosing to love yourself. Choosing to love. And choosing to release and transmute. And to keep at it. And keep at it. And keep at it. We have to do that now. I simply refuse to allow this evil to use me as a battery anymore. To set strong boundaries. And you know, whilst I feel these expectations of people, because people think that way, you know, they really often do. It's parasitical, the parasitical mindset. People expect you to give them what they ought really to be giving themselves. People don't think about where you might be at and what you might be going through. And when you don't give them what these people want, they think, whoa, you know, and I get all blustery and pissed off and passive aggressively pissed off and upset. Why haven't you answered my email? Why haven't you sent me a message? Why haven't you given me this and why haven't you given me that? And it's like, well, frankly, because I'm really feeling like absolute shit and I haven't got any energy whatsoever. And if you actually felt the way I feel, you'd probably commit suicide. So shut the fuck up and get the fuck away from me with your expectations and your pressure and your duress and your stress. Stop feeding off me already. Thank you. We do it. All of us do it, you know. I sometimes think, whoa, Anika, stop behaving that way because that is not right. That is parasitism. Let people be. Any relationship that is based on expectations because you're in a state where you're not giving yourself what you need and you expect somebody else to give you what you need. I want that gratification. I want you to give me this and I want you to give me that because it makes me feel good. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. You're a parasite. That is parasitical behavior. Get out of that behavior. See it for what it is. It's very confusing and it's chaotic as fuck, emotionally, mentally, physically, energetically. You know, we don't trust ourselves. That's what trauma does. We're so severely traumatized. But you see, I've been walking this path for quite a while now, and I can tell you guys that despite the confusion and despite the chaos and despite the self-hate and despite the rage and the vengeance and the perversion and the insanity, all of it, I have made it to this point. And I have clarity and I have purpose and I feel my true self and I feel the presence of the light. I also feel the presence of the dark side and I can smell its fetid breath and I know what's going on. Yes, Looms, that's all right, darling. But I'm standing my ground. I made my choice and I will continue to make that choice. I will never, ever, ever choose the dark side and let it use me anymore. It's done that for long enough. I choose self-forgiveness. I don't mean to say, well, I got it wrong and now I have to forgive myself. Not like that, no. I see that wherever I have gotten it wrong, and the dark side loves using that against us as well. It likes to point out, look at that, look what you did there, look what you did there. Oh, you're so bad, you're so disgusting, you're so sinful, you deserve to suffer, blah, blah, blah. I'm with back against the wall and evil always wins. No, bullshit. All that shit happened because we were very, very traumatized. And so when you know other soul travelers or people that you know damn well are soul that have behaved in ways that have hurt you, it's time to understand that we behave this way when we're not conscious. Trauma runs the show. The dark generator runs the fucking show. They don't do it because they're inherently bad. None of us are. Soul beings are inherently good, are inherently light, are inherently precious, are inherently powerful, are inherently infinitely amazing and creative. And that is the truth, people. And seeing as that is the truth, but we have been stuck in this inversion, the bottomless pit. I need, I'm so weak and I'm so feeble and I'm so powerless and I'm, bad. That has to be faced, has to be acknowledged, has to be felt. All of it, all these different nuances of that, alchemized, transmuted. It's the hardest work. It's like sludge, black sludge, like, I know, because I know. What can I say? But this is it. You're a warrior of the light, so get on with it. Or not. And it's up to each and every one of you. It is what it is, people, you know? Only love can sort this out. This is not our home. We don't belong in the inversion model. We are not in lack at all. We are powerful, infinite beings, people. We are creator beings. I feel that now more than ever before. It's interesting because the more I feel the dark side and the more I understand what it is, evil, I have been abandoned, I've been rejected, and I am empty, and I am just in lack, in need, and in lack, and in that's me. That and then the hate and the perversion, and it's over that I become more and more insane with the pain. And this is what we see on the external plane in all kinds of really horrific, torturous things that just go beyond words and are unspeakable. But it's all an expression of the insanity of evil. The yin and yang and the black part, the yang, I think, went click out of alignment and everything just spiraled out of control ever since. And this is all a fucking Maya thing. It's not real, people. Choose love. Love says, feel. Even if it feels so heavy and so insane that you have a strong physical reaction to what you're feeling, even then, pace up and down, get on your hands and knees, do whatever you need to do, but feel it. And accept yourself, love yourself, accept yourself, and bring yourself home. And keep doing that, and do not give up. That's really it for today. That's all I wanted to say. You know, projection onto others and hate and rage and division and all of that. That is what evil wants. Evil wants to continue to exist. It wants this inversion realm to continue to exist. It wants to use you as a battery to continue to exist. Don't let it. All my love to you.